Worried the romance is fading from your marriage, and looking for ways to get it back? Rest assured there are plenty of little things you can do to strike up that spark again. No matter how deeply you're in love, romance tips can go a long way towards keeping that love and feeling alive for decades to come. Schedule a date night. Heard this advice before, haven't you? Sure, it'd be great to go out to a fancy restaurant once a week, but there's a budget to keep and kids to watch. Who has the money, or the time? Well, you probably do if you use a little imagination. Are you on a tight budget? Stay in and make a gourmet meal together. Can't find a sitter? Try swapping kids with other parents. You watch theirs on Friday night and they watch yours on Saturday night. Spice up your lovemaking. Even when you're truly in love, romance tips for the bedroom tend to fall by the wayside when you're trying to deal with everything else that goes on in life. If you feel the passion's faded a little, put some real effort into reviving it. Take some time to actually talk about your turn-ons and desires. Sometimes just a book on lovemaking ideas can be enough to get your motors running again. Audit your behavior. For some reason, it seems the more familiar we become with someone, no matter how much we love that someone, we tend to forget our manners around them. We end up criticizing, nagging, and taking them for granted. It's not comfortable to admit, but most of us develop a few bad habits over time. That's why it can help to take a cold, hard look at how you treat your spouse and work on less than loving behavior that might be killing the romance. Have real conversations. Find you have nothing to say over dinner other than, "How's the roast?" Or worse, can't think of anything to say at all? If so, make talking to each other again a top priority right away. Remember, for those in love, romance tips that are effective don't always rely on the roses and candlelight part. The foundation of romance is emotional intimacy, and you'll only reach through frequent, open conversations about the things that really matter. Give more. Both common sense and sociological studies hold that the more each partner invests in the marriage, the more they generally get out of it. When one partner freely expresses their love, it sets off a cycle of giving and giving back between you that's hard to stifle. The nice thing is that it only takes one partner to kick off the cycle. You just want to make sure you don't get stuck in the position where you're being taken advantage of, or feel resentment if you don't get as much in return. If you're starting to feel like the average potato soup has more romance in it than your marriage does right now, it's time to do something about it. A dull spell can lead to serious marital problems all too quickly. So, if you want to keep alive your love, romance tips like the ones above are a good place to start.